Now we're going to look at dihybrid crosses. Dihybrid crosses track two things at one time. It doesn't mean that they're connected to each other. So for example, it doesn't mean that green peas are always wrinkly in terms of their seeds. It's just a way to look at two different traits at the same time. So now we need 16 boxes. We're getting a little more complex, but it's totally doable. What we have up at the top, we have two people. Straight teeth is what is going to be considered the dominant trait with a capital T, and crooked teeth, lowercase t, is recessive. Having a big nose is a capital B, dominant, and having a small nose, lowercase b, is recessive. So our first person, what's their phenotype? Well, since they have a capital T, they have straight teeth. And because they have a big B, they have a big nose. The phenotype of person number 2. They have two little t's, so they're going to have crooked teeth. Remember, if they had a big T at all, the straight teeth would show up. And then for nose, they still have that dominant B, so they're going to have a big nose. Now we have to set up our Punnett square. In order to do this, we have to have a T and a B in every box. We're still going to split the traits up, so each place will have one T and one B. Now this kind of reminds me of the FOIL method in math, where you do first, outer, inner, last. It's kind of like that. You'll get the hang of it. So let's fill out our first person going across the top. We start here. Capital T, we're going to multiply it with that one, capital T, capital B. Take the capital T, now take times the other one, which happens to be the same, T, B, both capital. Now we're going to do the other T. So our lowercase t is going to go with an uppercase B, and multiply this way, little t, big B. How about our other person? Start with your first, multiply it, little t, big B. Stick with the first, go to the second B, little t, little b. Okay, come to your other t, little t, big B, little t, little b. Basically, what we have here are the combinations that are possible as these genes are splitting up in sperm and egg. Now what we have to do, just like we did with the monohybrid, multiply this way. And big letter always goes first. We're going to keep the T's at the front and the B's afterwards. So for example, here we're going to take our big T, little t, because the big letter goes first, big B, big B. Okay. Now let's multiply that same box times here, big T, big B, little b. We're going to keep going. You can work down or across, it doesn't matter. Just be careful and check your work to make sure that you're doing it right, because it's really easy to make a mistake. I'm going to keep going here, and I'm going to cut the video so all of a sudden the rest of the answer is going to appear. So see if you can figure out the rest of the boxes, and then come back, unpause me, and check your answers and see if you get the same thing that I did. Here we go. Now, over here, you might be wondering, well, why, if the B's are capital, why aren't they first? It's because we're staying with the same letter order. So the T's, just you can tell from our parents up here, the T's always come first. So T's first, and then the B's. If, like the one below it, you had a lowercase b, that would go second. Now what we have to do is come up with our genotypes and our phenotypes and those ratios. So I'm going to switch colors, and I also moved this out of my way a little bit. We need to count up genotypes first, so I'm going to look at this one. We have a big T, little t, big B, big B. So I'm going to put a little mark in the corner. Helps me keep track, and my mark did not turn out very nice at all. But keep track of how many genotypes look just like this one. Big T, big B, big B. Here's another one. Big T, little t, there's one, there's one. Okay, this one's not the same here because there's two little t's. So do you see anything else that's big T? I don't. Okay, so this would be 4 out of 16. Next, and it doesn't matter which one I do next, I'm just going to pick this one right here. Big T, little t, big B, little b. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I believe that's it, 4 out of 16. Next I'm going to go up to the top here, little t, big B, big B. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. And our last combination, little t, big B, little b. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 16. Those are our genotypes. Now our phenotypes. Remember, having straight teeth is a dominant trait. So this group here and this group are both going to have straight teeth. And if you look, they're B's, they also have the dominant letter. So they're going to, both groups have straight teeth, big nose. And I don't have the space, so I need to abbreviate down here. I'm just going to put straight teeth and then big nose. And my computer's being goofy right now. You can see that we have 4 out of 16 and 4 out of 16. You add them up. That would be 8 out of 16, or 1/2. You could simplify, you don't have to. The next one here, both of these have crooked teeth, and both of these will have big nose. It's really not working. Crooked teeth, big nose, you add them up. This is also 8 out of 16. So if this couple had a child, there is a 50% chance that their kid will have straight teeth and a big nose, and a 50% chance that they'll have crooked teeth and a big nose. It is possible to do this for more than one trait. Here is a tri-hybrid cross. It would take forever though, so many different combinations. So we can use computers to do this for us, but just if you're interested and bored sometime, you could do a tri-hybrid cross. Alright, here's one for practice on your own. Person 1, big T, big B, little b. I'll get you started. Other person is the same thing. So you're going to take big T times big B, big T times little b. Little t times big B, little t times little b. And because the other person is the same, it's going to be identical going down. Solve, and then check with me for the answers after. I'll do 1 or 2 here. If you feel comfortable with this, just skip this part. If you're not comfortable, keep watching. And then figure out your genotypes, your phenotypes. And then what I want you to do is when you have it, come check with me personally to see how you did. Because if you're watching this, you either worked ahead of me or you were sick. So come check your Punnett Square with me afterwards. I'm not going to put the answer in the video here, but I'll get you started with a couple in case you're struggling. And then come see me to make sure you did it right. So if you know what you're doing, turn me off right here, get to work, and then check with me when you're done. If you're still here, we're going to multiply here. We have a big T, big B, big B. I'm going to go across this time, okay? So now we have big T, big B, little b. We're going across one more, big T, big B, big B. And hopefully you see that I'm getting it from multiplying here and here. I'm going to multiply this one here again, but now it's going to be times this. Big letter always goes first. Big T, big B, little b. And you keep going, and when you're all done, figure out how many combinations do you have this, and that, and that. Figure out your ratios, and if you still are stuck, come see me, and I'm more than willing to help walk you through it.